Angry guy here. And today I want to have a talk with you guys. Have a look. All right, so you guys should be hearing me now. And I want to talk today about how college failed me and my generation. So something actually happened today. I got an email. All right. Many of you know that I'm from New York. That's where I originally am from. I don't live there anymore. I don't even live in the country, but I'm from New York. So, and I have to give you a bit of backstory so that you guys understand where I'm coming from. So I graduated I finished up one of my degrees around 2009. I have a bunch of degrees. So I finished up my undergrad around 2009. And when I graduated from one of the top universities in the world, top business programs in the world. We're talking about, I graduated from a program that many people who go to these Ivy League schools cannot pass. Okay? I graduated from one of the most difficult business programs in the entire world, having the highest level of accreditation. I mean, like, this is rocket science level stuff. So I go to one of the top business universities in the entire world, and then the recession hits, I can't find a job. So I end up taking a job as a security guard to make ends meet. This was 10 years ago. It's 10 years ago, guys. It was 10 years ago. All right. I remember going for a job to an interview, and it was for like a department store, and the lady turned me away. And she didn't turn me away, she let me politely leave. So I'll explain. I couldn't find a job anywhere. I couldn't find a job at a bank. I couldn't find a job working in any places, so I had to settle. I mean, like, it was ridiculous, and they were offering like minimum wage. So what do? I go and I basically, at this point, it's either I have to work, right? So I go and I get a security license, take the course, get a security license, and then I get like this additional certificate called a fire guard. Again, I only worked security for like maybe just a few months. But I want to tell you, and Tim, I see you in the chat. I'll read your. You know what? See, Tim, I see you in the chat. I'll read your comment in a moment. So here's how this goes, guys, because this is so much fun. I was making maybe $9 an hour back then as a security guard, or 8 something an hour, maybe 10 at best. I don't think I got, no, I didn't. I don't even think I got 10. It was like literally, I was making minimum wage. And back then, minimum wage was like $7.50 an hour. There we go. So I was getting about $7.50 an hour as a security guard after spending $100,000 on my education. And my my professors that are, they basically said this is a once in a lifetime thing that's happening with the recession now, because they basically guaranteed all of us work. They guaranteed us that we'd go and find work making $55,000 a year at easiest, at basic, like, oh, you just graduate. Like, let me explain what happened. I used to make lots of money before I even started. And I had my own business. And then I said, you know what? This is too stressful. You know what I'm going to do? I'll go and I'll get this degree, and I'll pay my dues, and then I can go out and make money, and someone else can worry about running a business. Else can worry about all of these things. And I'll take the 55,000, 55, 60, and I'll just live comfortably. Why not, right? Because you were guaranteed. They guaranteed us. I'm going to say it right now. We were guaranteed jobs. I graduate, no jobs. They tell us, oh, but it's just a bad economy. It's a once in a lifetime thing. I go for a job at, like, I don't remember, Sears, and the lady looks at my resume. She's like, "Are you sure you're not here for another kind of job?" Right? And I was like, "Okay, yeah, maybe." And she's like, "Yeah, I think so, because you're here for a security. You're here applying for a job as a security guard with this level of education, okay, with like honors on your resume, and like you don't graduate from Harvard." Guys, let me explain something to you. You don't graduate from Harvard. I didn't graduate from Harvard, but I graduated from along those lines. And you don't graduate from Harvard and then try to get a job as a security guard. I'm just going to tell you that. You don't. And that's what ended up happening with me. So I worked this job for a couple of months, and I went from I worked different security sites, and I took 750 an hour. At one point, it got so bad that I could not afford food. All right, I was living at my parents' place, but I could not afford food because I was not making enough money. 750. I was spending all my money on transportation to get to these jobs and get back, and and what else? What else? And I couldn't afford food anymore. I did not have. It was impossible for me to buy food. I could not buy food. Like literally, I was living off dollar store items. Okay, my parents weren't together at the time. That's when they started doing their whole splitting up thing. And my father wouldn't help me. Like my father didn't like me, and he would just like watch me starving, and he basically just chuckled. And at some point, my mother said to him, like, listen, I mean, like, maybe give him some money to buy food or else, because he wouldn't share, but he wasn't sharing with me. And and my father was making a good amount of money. He was making tons of money, but he watched me starving, and he watched me withering away. And as I'm telling you the story now, I will never forget this. And he let me starve for maybe weeks. Like I was literally starving. I was starving. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go anywhere. I had a car, but I had to take the bus because I couldn't afford to put gas in my car. I could not afford gas. And after I was making 750 an hour. So after they took taxes out and social security and all of that, I'm looking at a paycheck of like what, $60. Because another thing with security is that if you can't you can't get 40 hours. Like 40 hours is a pipe dream. Maybe they'll give you 15 hours. Maybe they'll give you 20 hours. I want you guys to think about this very carefully, okay? And that's the best you could get. And everybody's like struggling at that point. And they took advantage of us. When I quit that job, like the manager who was like, he was angry. He's like, when you came to me, you had nothing. And he took advantage of me. I literally had nothing. He's right. All right. And he paid me next to nothing. Okay. And then once I was able to leave that job, he flipped out because I was literally working for nothing, scraps. Okay. I want to, guys, $7.50 an hour. Okay. By 20 hours a week, I was making $150 a week before taxes. Okay. And after taxes, because they take out those. You think they don't? They take out those taxes. Yes, they do. So 150, and let's take out how much they took out about I'd say 25 to 30%. But let's say they took out 20%. All right. So after they take out that 20%, and I think it was more than that, from my little pay in Social Security and taxes, I was left with at best about $120. I worked for $120 a week. And not only did I work for $120 a week, I had to walk. I had to take two buses and walk for like a long distance, at least a good distance, to go work as a security guard, where I had to be on my feet like every so often to walk around and deal with stuff. And it was a dangerous job. Okay. I was one of the places I worked, I was at a residential a building. And it was dangerous because if something happened, there was always the fire department coming in there, or some type of, something happening, some kind of domestic issue happening. And I had to go get in the middle of this. I'm getting paid $7.50 an hour to put my life at risk, to have literally no free time because it takes me like hours. So they might only give me like 5 hours or 4 hours a day to work, but I've got to travel like 2 to 3 hours just to get there. Think about this carefully. All right. So, and then I can't even afford food. I have a car, but I don't have enough money to put gas in the car, so I have to take the bus. That was not just Mike's, that was the experience of so many millennials. And the truth is, right now, there are fewer millennials working now than before the Great Recession, before 2009. All right. There are fewer millennials working now than before that. Okay. I have, guys, I got an email today, an email from one of the companies that I used to deal with. And here's the thing. So remember I mentioned earlier, just a little while ago, that I had gotten this certificate called FireGuard. The starting salary for a security guard right now that they're offering is $15 an hour. I had a thing called FireGuard, that's $18 an hour. Okay. I'm being offered more money. I'm not gonna, and obviously I don't live there anymore. I work, I make my own, I have my own business, and I do well for myself now, but I have to work hard. But guys, I want to show you something very, very, very easily, very, very quickly. $18 an hour, right? 18 an hour as a security. That's the starting pay. That's the starting. Okay. 18. So if you get 40 hours a week, that's $720 a month. And to be a security guard, you don't have to have anything. You just have to go and take the. I don't even know if you have to even have a high school diploma. I'm gonna be honest with you. To be a security guard, you may not even have to have a high school diploma. You just have to go and take take the exams, and they're not that hard. You take a class, and then you take the test. And I remember when we took the test, this guy was like joking around, like no one really took that test seriously. Then I went and took the fire guard, and it never even benefited me. Anyway, $720 a week right now at minimum. Okay, with no college degree, $720. You want to talk about how much is that per day? Okay, because as a security guard, you can work depending on if. Let's say you work, and some people do get good work at this point. Let's say you work 10 hours a day, because it's not uncommon. 10 hours a day as a security guard at $18 an hour. That's $180 a day. Let's say you just work a normal 8 hours though, right? Let's be realistic. Let's do 8 hours. That's $144 a day. $144 a day, guys. Are you paying attention? Let's multiply that by like if you work only 5 days a week, because let's say you don't work on Saturdays and Sundays, you only work 5 days a week, okay? So that's 20 hours a week. You're not doing any overtime, doing no overtime. That's $2,880 an hour. $2,880 an hour. Almost $3,000 a month. Starting with no high school. Guys, I mean, like when I talk about people being asleep, like how asleep? I have about $184,000 in student loan debt right now. Many of you know that I had $150,000. Now it's over $180,000. One of the reasons why I don't live in the United States is because, I don't. That's the student loan debt is one of the only debts that you can't discharge, and you can actually be arrested for student loan debt. The way you can end up getting arrested is if they basically send summons and you don't respond to them. If you don't, because they'll take you to court. If you don't go to court, they'll send the marshal to come and get you, and then they can throw you in jail. Yeah, you can go, and student loan debt is one of the only debt that you cannot discharge. So you can't file for bankruptcy to discharge student loan debt. How strange is that? Like who made up that policy? Who made up such a policy that, well, you can file for bankruptcy for everything else, but you can't file for bankruptcy for student loan debt? That doesn't make any sense, guys. That doesn't make any sense. It's as if they planned it this way. It's as if they knew that you'd have an entire generation of people that would be told to go to school and to take out massive amounts of money in student loan debt, but then also told, hey, don't worry, kids, it's going to be all right. Don't worry. Don't listen. Don't worry. You're going to be okay. Take out these hundreds of thousands of dollars in student loans. And here's the irony, guys. I didn't go to school. I didn't get a degree in liberal arts. I didn't get a degree in any of these, light subjects. I got advanced degrees, and I have 2 masters. And I can honestly tell you right now, when I'm doing the math, that I would make more as a security guard today than I would working as a psychologist, as I would make working as a certified health educator, as more than I would be working, as more than I made as a financial analyst. You guys, I mean, like, this is insane. Insane stuff. All right? Insane. This is where we are at right now. And I was always, guys, I was way smarter. Like, I mean, my friends, like, I was in so studious. Like, I didn't need college. College made me dumber. I'm not joking. It made me dumber. It really did. Guys, I was doing like advanced engineering and talking to like I was dealing with people in advanced fields one before high school. I mean before college. And then I go there to be indoctrinated and to have all my wealth pulled out of me. And now I have almost $200,000 in student loan debt. And the degrees that I have, which are not light degrees, they are in business, they are in medicine, they are in psychology, they are in hard subjects, okay? I mean statistics. And the best I can make working for someone else right now is probably going to be maybe $40,000 to $50,000 a year if I'm lucky. Note, I said if I'm lucky. Lucky. Thankfully, I work for myself. I don't work for anyone. I pull about $100,000 a year right now. $80,000 to $100,000 a year. That's how much money I make right now. About $80,000 to $100,000 a year. And that's as an educator, that's teaching about crypto, that's from working here on YouTube. That's basically, I charge $1,000 an hour now for people to consult with me about cryptocurrency. $1,000 an hour. Okay? And if I were to go back to the so-called real world and get a real job that many of you are talking about, because some of you are like, angry, you need to go and get a real job. Are you kidding me? A real job? Let me tell you something. Working for yourself, you have to work hard. But are you kidding? Like, I mean, like, what real job? What, making nothing? Making nothing and making someone else rich? Like, I want y'all listening to me right now that this is what, like, millennials, Gen Z, Gen X, mostly millennials, we made an entire generation rich. We did. And we're still, and guys, we're at that point now. We have nothing. We hold 3% of the nation's wealth. 3% of the nation's wealth. It's it's so unbelievable. Guys, we make up the largest generation in the United States. Okay? Millennials make up the largest generation in the United States, and we hold 3% of the wealth. And many of us are now turning 40. How do you have a generation that is supposed to be paying all the taxes? Because the people around our age, we end up paying all the taxes. How is it that you have a generation paying all the taxes and a generation that is, we're not children. Like, we are far, far reserved from children. Okay? When we're like, we have gray hair. Okay? And how is it that we have like next to almost no wealth? Like, and here's something scary. That 3% of the wealth that we hold, a lot of that was not factoring in people like Mark Zuckerberg and Chloe and I forgot, and Kylie Jenner, like a lot of people are not thinking about this, that 3% is mostly made up of, is mostly held by the ultra wealthy millennials, like, the movie stars and, like the Jennifer Lawrences and so forth. They're the people that hold most of that wealth. When you remove the ultra wealthy from the equation, the ultra wealthy millennials like Mark and Jennifer and all those other, and Kylie Jenner, who's the world's youngest billionaire now, evidently. When you remove those people from the equation, in reality, millennials, normal millennials with just college educated millennials that are not famous, that are just normal people. We're talking about doctors. We're talking about the lawyers. We're talking about all of these people, normal people. Yeah, guys, in reality, we probably hold maybe less than 1% of all the nation's wealth. That's insanely scary. How asleep are people right now? We don't have any money. All right. Like these degrees have completely robbed us of our futures. And not only have they robbed us of our futures, they have now they're basically forcing us into a lifetime of servitude because we're gonna have to spend the rest of our lives paying back these loans. Okay. There are doctors and dentists and people in the medical field right now that have loans for over $1 million. Imagine saying you want to be I want to be a doctor, and I did want to be a doctor when I was growing up, but a lot of people like that. Imagine saying I want to be a doctor, I want to help people, I want to take care of people, I want to make the world a better place, and you go and you struggle through 4 years of undergrad, 4 years of medical school, and then a minimum of like 3 to 4 years of residency. Okay, and then you end up with over $1 million in student loan debt, and guess what? You barely make enough money now to live. And let me explain something about these student loans to you. This whole thing about, well, you just don't have to pay them. That's incorrect. Let me explain how the government works today. They basically look and see how much money you're making. So if you're making, let's say, if you're a doctor and you're making $100,000 a year, right? Because it takes years for many doctors to make money, but I'm using this as a good example. And you're making, let's say, $100,000 a year, right? And most make a little bit more than that. But you're making $100,000 a year and you have student loans for over $1 million or even $500,000. Let's say $500,000. $500,000 is a normal amount, is a relative amount that a lot of doctors carry. $500,000 in the United States, at least. In other countries, it's different. But here you have to pay for your education. Well, they look at the government looks at it like the loan operators, because I have loans, so I know exactly how it works. They look at your loans and they say this. Well, here's the thing. You're making this amount of money, so you can't actually say that you're dealing with financial hardship right now. So your monthly payment is going to be $5,000 or $6,000 a month. And you're like, what? But don't worry. You know what? They understand times are hard, so they'll let you get by on just paying $3,000 a month. So now you can pay $36,000 a year for your degree. And by the way, that $36,000, that's not going towards the principal. That's not the $500,000 that you took out in student loans. Oh no. That's going towards the interest. That's going towards the $500,000 in interest that you owe for those student loans. So you'll never pay them off. There are people thinking, okay, well, I'll pay $50,000 a year for the next 10 years and I'll finally wipe out all of my student loan debt, right? Wrong. Okay? Because you're just paying the interest on that loan. Okay, you get to the 10-year mark, you're like, okay, well, thank goodness I paid down 50,000. I paid down that 50, and there's another thing called compound interest, all right, where it just keeps on going up and up and up. But I don't even want to go into compound interest right now. But let's say you keep paying and you keep paying and you keep paying, and you think finally you're done after 10 years, and then you realize you just broke the interest. You did not even crack the principal. And after all those years of paying the interest, now you're older, you're tired, and you can't keep going the way you used to. You tried hard for 10 years, but you're an old man. You're getting older now. You're an older man or you're an older woman. You can't pay that you can't work like that anymore. You spent the last of years, because think about this. You're like 28 years old, maybe 30 when you finally start making real money as a doctor. And then you spend the next 10 years trying to pay your student loan debt. So now you're 40 years old, and you're 40 years old. You can't work those crazy hours like you used to. Okay. And also you need to have a life, but you spent so much time on your career and prioritizing your career that you didn't focus on your life. So now you don't really have much of a life. And if you did, it's about to come to an end because your significant others are like, yeah, you're never around. So you're not even able to focus on your relationship. So in the end, you end up losing your relationship. And you start screwing up at work because you're trying to balance everything. So you lose your job, you lose your relationship, and then what are you left with? Debt. It's the truth. Debt. You're left with debt. That's it. guys, this is absolute. I've never. It's insane. Yeah, Mr. H will $5,000 a month. 5,000 give $60,000 a year. $60,000 a year. All right. So if you're making 100 grand, like think about this. If you're making $100,000, but they take after they take taxes, they're taking your entire paycheck. What are you living off? What are you living off? $15,000? $15,000 a year? Do you know, guys? I'm gonna tell you some stories that I heard. I don't know if they're entirely true, but I've heard some stories. Okay? I've heard stories about doctors stealing. Back when I was younger, I've heard stories about doctors stealing. A lot of millennial doctors that were so poor that they used to steal from the hospital. They would steal food, they'd steal medicine, they'd steal clothes, they'd steal scrubs, they'd steal whatever they could. It's bad. It's bad. Again, these are things that I've heard, okay? But I've heard it from, like, I don't want to say just a horse's mouth, just like family, like they stole. Like they literally stole. They'd steal food from their like, oh, the patients didn't eat this? Okay, then I'll eat it. How do you feel knowing that your doctor's cleaning your tray? Like you go to the hospital and you don't finish your tray, and then they take the food out and the doctor's like trying to clean your tray because they don't have enough money to eat. Okay? This is the reality, guys. I remember there's a guy named Traversable. Many of you guys remember Traversable, and he talked about this, about how, what happens to people when they hit rock bottom like this. And there was a guy who, like, all of his money was getting taken for support. And, they asked, like, how do you survive? And he said, I'll tell you how I survive. I steal. What do they expect people to do to survive? And guys, nobody wants a doctor. Nobody wants a doctor or a lawyer or a pilot or anyone. You don't want someone who's handling your personal business that's stealing to survive. Because at some point, you're going to think this person might compromise, my life, my livelihood, just to survive. It happens all the time, okay? Especially when they hit a point of extreme desperation. And I'm sorry if I'm making some people cry right now. I know there's there may be someone who listens to this video at some point, if not right now, and you end up with tears in your eyes. Like some of y'all are laughing, some of y'all are furious. Others, if you cry right now while listening to this video, it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's for something like this. I don't care. Listen to me. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Okay. Listen, this whole thing about boys don't cry. Listen. There are times when it's okay to cry, boy, man or woman, all right? This is one of them. If you've been struggling and you've been going through it for years and years and you've been going through the system, it's okay to cry. Listen to me, millennials. Millennials, listen to me. It's okay to cry. Trust me, Gen X cried they just kind of walked away. Guys, Gen X walked away. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Gen X walked away. This whole hashtag walk away thing, that didn't start in the 2000s. That started in the 80s. Like when the Gen X walked away. Gen X is the generation that walked away. They walked away. They literally went their own way. Generation X walked away from society. They walked away. They're like, yeah, oh well. They walked away. Guys, here's the thing. We can't listen. I keep telling y'all, you need to get your passports ready because they'll be confiscating passports. Guys, we're in a global recession right now. I don't know if you know this, but I don't know if it was JP Morgan Chase, but one of the largest banks in the United States in this so-called robust economy is firing employees. They're downsizing right now, laying off like 3% of their workforce because of uncertain economic times. How do we have job layoffs? And it's not just them. There have been thousands of jobs, hundreds of thousands of jobs that have been where people have been getting laid off. And the so-called robust jobs report in November. No. They're like, oh, look at all the jobs created. That's incorrect. It wasn't that a bunch of jobs were created. It was a bunch of seasonal jobs were created. And the reason why so many seasonal jobs were created was because they were so short-staffed for all the people that they should have been hiring but haven't been hiring. All right? So, and these people, these seasonal jobs aren't going to stick around. Basically, what they're doing is you have jobs where people should have these jobs all year long. And you have companies like, okay, well, we're just going to hire you for the long periods of time. And then we're going to use a skeleton crew to keep things running. And I kept telling you guys that this was going to happen in places like Walmart. Guys, I don't know if you noticed this, but Walmart, I worked at Walmart. I did work at Walmart during that recession, during that period, the Great Recession. I also worked at Walmart for like a month or so. It was a hard place to work, very hard work. And I worked in stocking, and I was stocking shelves and working in the back. It was very hard work. Let me explain something about Walmart. There are like dozens of employees in Walmart, like dozens. Like you literally have to restock the store overnight, stuff like that. There are dozens of employees in Walmart. And I don't know if you guys notice it, but the number of people working at Walmart is on the decline. Like the number of, like you used to go into Walmart and you'd see tons and tons of Walmart employees everywhere. And you had tons and tons of other employees in the back. Guys, you don't notice it, that there's way fewer employees in Walmart these days. All right. With the self-checkout lane, all those cashiers are gone. All those, you've got one cute girl with sometimes with a tablet, a lot of times with nothing, walking around to help anyone who needs some help. One cute girl to help people on the self-checkout lane. All the other cashiers are gone. All of the, you don't even see door greeters. Like you used to have door greeters, like, oh, welcome to Walmart. You don't even see door greeters that often anymore. Okay, we are on skeleton crew at Walmart. Y'all think I shouldn't even? And guys, it's only going to get more serious in the global collapse. All right, in the economic collapse. But everyone wants to act like, oh, it's going to be okay. No, guys, it's not. It's not. If you're listening to this right now, and you haven't gone to college, don't go to college. Don't go to college, okay? There's some of you that are like, oh, I want to be a doctor. Listen, watch Doogie Howser, man. Watch Doogie Howser and volunteer at your local hospital. Go clean some sheets, because that's really what they do most of the time. Don't go to college. Don't be a doctor. Not in the United States. Not in Western country. Definitely not in the United States. And in a lot of depending on which country you're on, like just stay away. I would just say stay away from it entirely. Stay start a business, man. Start a business. Because at this point, like, guys, let me tell you something. I make $80,000 to $100,000 a year, and I still struggle. I make up to $100,000 a year right now, and I still struggle. At $100,000, if I'm struggling at $100,000 a year, okay, getting paid $1,000, guys, I have clients that pay me. I'm not joking. That pay me literally $1,000. Just to teach them how to get some cryptocurrency. I'm so serious. I have clients that pay me $1,000 in an hour just to teach them how to use a crypto ATM, how to do this stuff. I'm so serious, and I still struggle. So if I'm struggling at $100,000 a year, all right, and I don't live in the United States, I don't know how people are doing it over there, okay? Other than stealing. Let me look at some of the guys. It's not funny. Like some of y'all are like some of y'all are just taking it easy. I know not all of you are laughing, but some of y'all are like, things will get better. Where are you right now? I want to remind you guys also that I have a course called Making Massive Profit Off Cryptocurrency in a Global Recession. This course is $1,000, and the price increases. It's $199 right now. You can get the course for $199. The course is $1,000, but you can get it for the special price of $199 right now. But it goes back up. The price increases again in literally an hour and 21 minutes. So you guys, if you wanted to pick up this course, you can definitely go do that. Making massive profit off cryptocurrency in a global recession. Because guys, like I said, I've done homelessness, I've done it all. And if you don't, I mean, you don't have to, I'm just saying, but like, if you don't want to be about that life and live in the situations like I've lived in, and I don't recommend it, Yeah, I suggest learning. Cryptocurrency is like the internet back in the 90s. Look at where the internet is today. Look at where it was in the 90s. People said the internet wasn't going to happen. It was like nothing. Okay, back in the 90s. Right now, if you don't have a website, like, what are you doing? So basically, the global recession is here, and everything is going to be on sale. So the value of fiat currently, which usually returns to zero anyway, this time it's going to sink. So holding cryptocurrency and investing in the right currencies in a global recession can not only make you rich, but also determine one's ability to survive. And in this course, you're going to learn the following: global recession, investing and trading secrets that will make you rich, how to know what cryptocurrency to invest in a global recession, understanding market psychology in a global recession and using it to make significant profits from cryptocurrency. We also have recession cryptocurrency evaluation methods to find a coin that will skyrocket in value, the one mistake that will prevent you from becoming a crypto millionaire, and handling investment risk and using it to make massive profit of cryptocurrency. Okay, so this course is $1,000, and you can get it for $199 for, you have an hour and 20 minutes left. I know some of you are probably going to be like, what the heck? Like, I don't see the link to it. Okay, so what I did is I just put the link in the description I just put the link to the course in the comment section, and also you'll be able to find a link to it in the description of the video. By the end of this video, I'll have a link there. I'll put it in now, and you'll be able to go there and pick up that course because, yeah, guys, this is literally, some of y'all think this is a game, but no, like, I'm just gonna be real with y'all. Like, we're literally heading for like outright homelessness. And guys, I'm telling you, like, I've lived that life, and it's not good. Being homeless is not fun. Living in poverty is not fun. Not being able, like, guys, let me tell you, like, I remember being homeless, and this is about 6-7 years ago. It's been a long time. I guess it's been seven years then, huh? It's been a long time. After I dropped out, I started doing better in life after I stopped. After I said I'm not going back to that, to working for anyone else. And after I started working for myself, it took time, but I started to make, like, the first year I probably made like $40,000 just making money for myself. Okay, not working for anyone else, working for me. I probably made like $40,000 the first year I did that, which is way more than I ever made working as a financial analyst with extreme degrees. Okay, guys? Because the thing is, they know that there's so many college students. They know that there's so many of us out there with these degrees that they can basically pick and choose. So they don't actually have to pay us well. They can do what they want. They can pretty much do whatever they want, and we don't have any choice in the matter. Okay, at least that's what they think. But crypto courses. All right, yeah, guys. Actually, what I've done and what I just did was I actually just added the link in the description of the video too. If you don't see the link, you can just refresh your page, and you'll see the link to the course, Making Massive Profit Off Cryptocurrency in a Global Recession. That link's in the description of the video now, so you can find it there. But I mean, guys, like, it's true. I'm not lying to you. We we were completely, our lives were wrecked. Like, I'm looking at this joke of an email, and guys, it's not like even like a good. It's not even like a good company, like a great company. It's like a company for people like who are basically just trying to get back on their feet. $18 an hour, guys. All right. If you go to a decent security company, you're probably getting like $25 an hour. All right. Like $25 an hour. And if you're a licensed guard, so if you're doing armed guard, you can see yourself getting easily anywhere from $35 to $45 an hour. With experience, you can probably get even $65 an hour. $65 an hour, y'all, as a security guard. All right, I don't care if you're an armed guard, you're still a security guard. $65 an hour as a security guard. I want y'all listening right now. Lawyers, doctors, lawyer millennials, doctor millennials, engineer millennials, okay? Generation Z is upset about all this, but I want y'all to listen. Millennials that are listening to this video right now, okay? You will get $65 an hour with a little bit of work. As a security guard, you don't even have to go to high school. So some of y'all thinking that, like, oh, these people have no debt. They can afford to buy a house, these overpriced houses, all right? And what do we have? Like I said, they just take the money. If you don't, the way it works with student loan debt is they tell you how much you're going to pay and you pay it. And you know what happens if you don't pay it? They take it. They take it straight out of your bank account. Straight out of your bank account. There's a lot of you that I told to hold cryptocurrency. Hold at least, like I told you to take the to learn how to do decentralized banking. All right, learn how to do decentralized banking using crypto as well. And many of y'all just just kept playing around. You thought it was a joke. And during this crisis, guys, they're just taking the money from your bank account. They just take it. All right, no need to consult you. They tell you how much money guys. They give you the they are so kind, guys. They are so kind because they at least tell you that, hey, you can pay, you can send us this money and or we can take it. And so basically, at least they send you a notice in the mail that you need to pay your bill. But if you don't pay it, they'll just take it. They'll just take it straight out of your. Mr. Will says for a security guard. Oh, I'm gonna check this out right now. No, Mr. H. Will, listen to me. You see all those security guards are gonna get laid off during the recession. Listen to me, everybody. All right, here's the thing. All these people are gonna lose their jobs. I mean, in a few months, probably. When they all lose their jobs, they're going to be running to any position they can get, including security guard. You think that you're going to pick up one of these prestigious security guard jobs? You're like, but I'm an engineer. Yeah, you don't have any security guard experience. Guys, listen to me. Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, all right? Listen to me. A lot of people don't seem to understand the notion that just because you have a medical degree doesn't mean that you can work in any industry. Like you can do, like, for example, yeah, okay, so you have a medical degree. Doesn't mean you get a job at a call center that requires experience. Doesn't matter. That's great. You're a doctor. Oh, you have a medical degree. But yeah, but you don't have experience in customer service, so we can't hire you. But maybe you should go back to medicine. You know? I can't. Well, then you're have you thought about applying for public assistance? Guys, do you know something funny that a lot of people don't know? That many doctors can't do anything else after they leave medicine. It's a very, very big problem where many doctors, dentists, people who go into these fields, they spend so much time working towards their degrees and learning and education that they can't do anything else. Like literally, they can't work on a farm. All right, like if they get kicked out of medicine, they literally don't have the basic skills to do anything else. You want to work on a farm? They're going to have to start from the very beginning and learn like the farm hands did. Okay. And like I said, guys, imagine going from a physician to manual labor, because this is where it's at right now. This is not a game. And I keep telling people it's not a game. And when you're in those positions, they just take the money out of your paycheck. They take it. Guys, you probably don't know what it's like. Like my brother sent me He sent me an email. Regarding child support, and they took child support out of his bank account. But here's the thing: evidently, it was done in error, I think. But it doesn't matter. They literally just took it out instantly. Took it out. He sent me the letter, and the bank basically said to him, like it was Bank of America. They basically said to him, "We're sorry to inform you that, due to a recent inquiry and request, we've garnished your account for almost almost $2,000 or $3,000. Okay, and this was done in error. And you know the irony is that he probably won't even get the money back, because let me explain how things are going with my brother right now. He spends all of his time he spends as much time as he can taking care of his kid. All right. He chauffeurs his ex-wife around whenever she needs help. He pays for like her car repairs, so they're not married anymore, and he's still bankrolling her. And then on top of that, okay, so between the two of them, they've worked out the child support, because he's basically they're not married, but it's like they're still married, because he's covering all the cost and everything. She'll call him up and say, "Oh, I need a ride to work," and what's he gonna do? He has to, because she's taking care of his kid. Okay, they got a divorce. It doesn't change anything, and he's doing everything. He's still there. It's almost like they're still in a relationship. He's still providing for her in almost every way. Okay, and they still do these things. And let me tell you something. He may never get that. He probably won't get that money back. This is not the first time it's happened. It's not the first time this has happened. He's just kind of been laughing about like, oh, look at this. They just took all this money on my bank account. What am I gonna do? Like he's kind of at the point now where he's basically he's become kind of helpless. So he just basically accepts it as it is. Like this is the system that we're in, and he owes a lot in student loan debt too, and he's delinquent on that. So guys, it's a complete and utter nightmare. Oh, guys, let me tell you something interesting. I forgot all about this. So my brother has also one of these has a one of those fancy degrees. He has one of those fancy degrees in a strong major from one of those really great universities, and he probably has maybe $80,000 in student loan debt. And in recent years, I told you he used to work as a defense contractor, but in recent years, he's kind of gone downhill. My brother is pulling in easily $25, $35 an hour, depending on the job, working as a security guard. As a security guard, he's pulling in easily $25 to $35 an hour as a security guard. Okay? All his college education out the window, all of it. He has an undergraduate degree from good university in a strong major. He's never worked in his field. My brother has never even worked in his field. Okay? And the funny thing is that he was, I tried pushing him more towards the medical field, and he was working in the medical field for a little while. And then he quit the medical field. And he went to security. And now he's there. Now he's able to pull in a good $60 or $70 or $80,000 a year doing a job that you don't even need college for, man. Welcome to the real world. You know, Arbor says 6 months living together and it's common law marriage. Lol. It's not funny, man. It's true. It's true. Tim says, angry, I am prepared, and my video game project will start with Steam and accept both fiat and crypto. That's awesome, bro. So guys, Timothy, big shout out to Tim. I'm gonna have Tim on the channel soon. Don't think I forgot about this, Tim. But Tim basically developed an incredible video game. I really want to show off the game that he sent me the demo and everything. I got to check out. I was like, what the heck, guys? If I show you the game that Tim has developed, you guys are gonna be in shock. All right. He literally took care of his business. He's been buying up my course. He's been investing in crypto. This kid's gonna be a millionaire. Forget about a millionaire. And he released I forget if it was earlier this year or last year that he released his first game on Android. I don't know if it was on iOS, but it was on Android. And then after he released the first game, and I actually had him on the channel, and I showed you guys the game. The video might still actually be here. After he released the first game, then he began working on the next one. The next game that he's releasing, guys, this is like a PlayStation 4, Xbox One game. Like the graphics are like, what the heck? Like the graphics are shocking. And he did this as like a 20-year-old kid. All right? He did this. Guys, I told you, like this generation, they're moving ahead. Like the millennials, we can't recover from this unless you get out and you start making money for yourself. Forget about it. Forget about it. You will never, ever, ever be able to recover from this situation unless you start working for yourself. I'm going to show you guys this course as well, because I keep telling you guys they can just take the money from your bank account. We have a course called An Expats Guide to Decentralized Banking and Off-the-Grid Living. This course is $199 right now, but it's going to be going to $299, and the total price, it's usually $600. It's $199 right now, but at the end of this video, this course is going to be going up to $200. It's going to be going up to $299 before it goes back to $3.99. So it's still a pretty big discount if you get it at $2.99, but you can get it right now for like the next hour and a half. You can get it for like the next hour for $1.99. If you so just letting you know, guys, it is going up in like an hour or two. But you can get it for you can still get it for $1.99.99 right now. Don't say I didn't. Don't say like I didn't like try to help you guys out and give you guys a discount. You know, I did, and it's been available. I've been really fair with the pricing on these courses. I've given you guys plenty of time to get the courses at these good rates, at these good prices. So I mean, like I said, and this course is a $600 course that I'm selling for $199. I mean, cut me some slack. So yeah, it is going to tune. It's going to be going not up, not back to the full price. It's not going to be going back to 600, but in a couple hours. But it will be going to $299. If you want to get this course, you can get it right now while it's $199. While it's still $199. So you can find a link in the description of the video if you want to pick up the course and get it for that price. Because I mean, guys, if you have to learn. This course is an Expats Guide to Decentralized Banking and Off the Grid Living. And if you don't want to end up like my brother, where they're just going into his bank account and taking the money out of his bank account whenever they feel like it, then yeah. Just so you guys know, a sale just came in. A sale just came in. So like I can actually see the sales coming in as I'm streaming. And yeah, guys, like I mean, like I've done my part for you guys. I've done my part. I've been here. I'm tired. I know you guys are like, what, angry? Yeah, I'm tired, guys. I can't hold your hands. Like I care about human beings. I do, but I've got my own problems to deal with. And I've been talking to you guys for so many years, and I'm tired. I'm sorry, sorry, not sorry, guys. I'm tired. I've been trying with you guys for so many years. I've been telling people who, like guys, you've got these guys making their money now. Like there's a lot of guys who surpassed me. Yeah, a lot of my students have surpassed me. Those who stuck around, a lot of my students have financially surpassed me. Financially surpassed me. All right. And I mean, so it's not a joke. Like there's a lot of these guys like Tim. Tim is a monster. With like I'm not gonna lie. Like when it comes to like, for example, I have another course that teaches you how to get tons of cryptocurrency for free, and Tim took that course. That course is I think $199 or $299 right now. I don't. It usually I forget what I'll since I mentioned the course, I'll show it to you. But yeah. But yeah, he took that course and he just got tons of guys. This kid has stocked up so much cryptocurrency. Like he treated it like a video game. He got tons of cryptocurrency for free. All right, using the course. And now he's putting out his own game. All right, now he's putting out his own game. And I'm like just thinking to myself, like, you know what, guys? Maybe we need to take a step back. Okay, maybe we need to take a step back because these kids are out here schooling us. These kids are out here doing it different. Like Tim actually had a tough upbringing. Like he had all of it. Like his father, his family, his everything. Like he came from a really tough situation, and he just didn't care. He didn't care about the fact that he came from a tough family. He didn't care. He just didn't care. This kid just did not care, and he just kept working hard. He just stopped. He never cared. It's amazing. Like, and I wish that I had the strength that this kid has sometimes, because like at his age to have gotten to the point where he's literally his own boss now. He's literally dropping PlayStation 4 level games. PlayStation 4 level games. Okay? PlayStation 4. He's dropping games that it costs studios millions of dollars to put out, sometimes tens of millions, just to put out a crappy little game. It cost them millions. And he's putting out PlayStation 4 level games. Like these are games that cannot run on these games can't even run, like a lot of these games cannot run on PlayStation 3. We're talking about PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4, okay? That's what he's working on. And he told me that he just said it on stream that as I saw the game, I was blown away. Honestly, I was like, I had taken a couple of, like, he had been telling me, like, oh, Angry, you need to check this out, check it out, check it out. And I waited so long, and then I finally looked. I was like, what the heck? This is what you've done? This is what you've done? What the heck is this? Like, I mean, like, I was blown away. I was blown away, guys. Blown away. All right? This is what's going on right now. But simply put, like, us, my generation, we're in such, we're between we're a rock and a hard place is an understatement. A rock and a hard place is an extreme understatement right now. Okay? It is an extreme understatement to say that we're between a rock and a hard place. Like a rock and a hard place, those are good times, man. That's good times. I don't know where we are right now. We're in some really tough times, man. I'm just being honest with you. We're in some really harsh times right now. Like for millennials, like what, like guys, we have. I keep telling y'all to get your passport together. Get your passport together so that you can get out of the country. There are millennials that have students that have massive amounts of student loan debt that have literally fled the country and are living in caves right now. Caves in other countries. There are some millennials that have fled the country and that are living in jungles so that they cannot be found. Some of y'all think that these people that they're crazy. It's not. Yeah, you think they're crazy, but it won't seem so crazy when Taxman is knocking on, when you can't even keep $1 of your own money. You can't even keep a dime of you don't even keep a dime of your own money. Okay? Because somebody's taking it. And guys, no one can say that I didn't try teaching. Like, look at how much work I've done. I've got 3 pages of courses here. I've done my part. I did my part. I put out the content. Guys, I could have sat around for years. The last 2-3 years have been so hard for me because honestly, I wish I could make videos talking about a lot of things that I want to talk about, but I don't. I work on my business, and you say that I don't, like some people say, well, you don't care about people. Look at all the, I care. Listen, I care about helping people so they can help themselves. All right. I know that a lot of people want me to put out videos talking about the nonsense going on in the world. And there are a lot of times when I want to, like, I'm so angry. I'm like, okay, I want to talk about it. I really want to talk about this, but I don't have the time. I can't because I have to work on myself. And if I want to help you, I have to focus on helping you to make money. Okay? Listen, I can't sit around just, talking nonsense with you because I'm not really helping you. I'm being honest with you. It's not helping you. You're not getting out of. I mean, like it's you. Maybe you enjoy yourself for a little bit. It's like television, and you're like, oh yeah, this is awesome, man. This is awesome, guys. You think I wouldn't prefer to be on streams with you guys, just making jokes and making $500 on streams? Like I've made, like, if you remember back in the old days, like go back. Not even, guys, go back last year this time. I'd easily make $500 on a single stream. $500 on a single stream. I didn't have to work. I didn't have to teach. I didn't have to do anything other than just sit there, drink Red Bull, and talk nonsense. Okay? So for anyone who says that I don't care about people, I care. But there's a saying, give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he eats for life. Okay? But some people don't want to learn how to fish. Some people think that, there's always going to be a fish, or they can always bum a fish off someone else. And it doesn't work like that. It simply doesn't. I came to this, I just got really upset right now, but I came to this page because I wanted to show you the course, how to get free cryptocurrency. So basically, how to get tons of valuable cryptocurrency for free without mining or paying for it. So this course is actually, I thought it was less than this, but it's actually $3,000. This course is a $3,000 course, but you can get it for $599. So $509. You get it for $600 right now. At this price, but the price is going up. It's going to be going to $799, and then it'll eventually go back up all the way up to $3,000. Like I said, Tim basically took this course, used it, drained everything he could out of it, and now stockpiled tons of crypto and moved on with his life. And now he's building his game and building his empire. Okay? I've had a lot of my students come in, take my courses, and build tons of money. There's a lot of, and I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know everything. And the funny thing is, like, there are these courses. I've had a lot of people who've taken the courses, and I was like, oh, come on. I was like, I I was like literally shocked. They take the course, and then suddenly, like, they're like sitting on like $100,000 or $500,000, and I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, bro, I took the Crypto Millionaire course, man. I'm doing awesome. I'm like, wow, man, you really put the work in. I'll tell you something interesting about life. It's one thing to have knowledge, but it's another thing to do the hard work. And the truth is, when it comes to me, I have all this knowledge, but because I have all the knowledge, I only have to work as hard as I need to make money to survive. But then there are people who are just very motivated. So they purchase the strategy you must use to become a crypto millionaire. They follow that even when I'm not following it myself, because I'm like, I'm being kind of lazy. Which is, and you guys can't say I try not to be lazy. I work hard, but there's some people like Tim out there that they just don't give a darn. Like, they literally, like, this kid is on top of his crypto. He's on top of his game developing. He's on top. He's like doing crypto consulting. Like, he's doing, like, what do you call it? He's doing brokerage, like brokering crypto. I will put out a course for you guys also teaching you how to do crypto brokerage, because I've actually made up to like $3,000 in like $3,000 in one time, just helping people, just brokering cryptocurrency, because it's hard. Because here's the thing: if you want to get cryptocurrency, it's danger. It can be dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, and it takes a lot of education. Like, you have to spend the time learning and learning and learning. If you decide that you want to get crypto, but you don't want to do it yourself because you haven't, and you want to use a third party, it's expensive. And finding someone that you can trust is very hard. So, for example, you pay $3,000. Let's say you want $10,000 in a specific coin or a variety of different coins. If you have to understand how all these different exchanges work, you may not even be able to purchase these coins in your country. Okay, so you have to finding a good crypto broker and being able to, and then someone who knows what they're doing. Because, for example, you can make a trade and you can lose all your money. Right now, cryptocurrency is different in the sense that it's still in the early stages. So, like, it's very, very technical. Like, it's more risky trading crypto than stocks right now. It's simply because when you're trying to do it, if you don't know what you're doing, because if you don't understand how the technology works, like, you put in the wrong amount, you don't know how to set a limit order, or you don't know what market means, you can lose all your money. For example, if you decide that you want to sell something for market, and right now the market price is like, it's like 2 cents, and but this thing is worth like 10 cents, a coin's worth like 10 cents, you're like, there are people, you sell it at market and you end up losing all your money because you didn't understand that or you buy at market because you didn't understand that what you're supposed to do is set a limit order, because people know that there are a lot of people who don't know how to use the system. So they'll basically sell something. They'll sell like a coin that should be selling for 10 cents or even 2 cents. They'll sell it for $1. They'll sell it for $1 because they're banking on someone coming in and it happens all the time. It happened to me years ago when I started with crypto. I lost thousands because guys, there were no courses back then with cryptocurrency. Like, right now, there's still very few courses, but there were no courses. There was no website like this. Are you kidding me? Like, guys, back then, I would have probably given happily $20,000 for access to these kinds of courses. Because back then there was nothing. There were no courses. There were no experts. No one knew how crypto worked. Do you know how I learned crypto? I had to literally like go through forums and forums and like chat rooms and like finding people who understood stuff. Because there were, guys, it wasn't like C++ where you have books where you can just go read up on programming. There was nothing out there. All the documentation was like, it was from guys like, just like, who were like, a lot of stoners, man. Like, even now, it's still very hard to like find people like this is, you guys are welcome. I'm just gonna tell y'all right now, like this, like CryptoMoney.Academy that I built for you guys, you're welcome for this. Y'all don't know how good you have it, where you can pick up a course and pretty much anything you want, or if something goes wrong, you can write out to you can reach me and you can say, hey, Andrew, this happened. Like, I'll give you an example. One of my students, they screwed up and they got there. I'm not going to say who, They screwed up and they got there and now they can't access any of their cryptocurrency, like thousands, like $4,000 in cryptocurrency. And I have to work on now I have to work on dealing with it. So now I'm reaching out to the company, and I'm going to deal with as much of it as I can and get their funds unlocked. Okay. And the reason why I would be able to do that is because I'm a developer and because I've been around for years, so I understand how the system works. But if you're in a situation like this and you just think that you're going to come in and make money and like you don't have a teacher, you're going to lose all your money. Okay, you can lose. There are a lot of people who have lost $10,000 just like that in crypto because they thought that they didn't need to learn anything. They thought that, oh, they're just going to go in and do it themselves. You know what I love? I love the people who think they're going to watch a YouTube video and suddenly they're experts in crypto. Okay, and like you can't. And the funny thing is, it's so funny because like sometimes like you deposit like $1,000 into your crypto account, and that $1,000 is not a lot. All right, I've lost thousands. So let's say $10,000. You deposit $10,000 in an exchange account, and you want to purchase some coins. Well, guess what? You go to purchase the coins, but because you didn't understand how to enter the numbers correctly in the field, like you didn't know how to, because every exchange is different. A lot of exchanges are very hard to use. And you didn't understand how to do this. So now you end up purchasing a bunch of crap coins for like, you end up getting like 100 crap coins for like $7,000, when in reality, that handful of crap coins, you shouldn't have paid any more than like a few, maybe pennies for them. So you end up spending, guys, this is so funny. You end up spending like you end up getting like $20 in crap coins for $10,000. All right. Because you did not know how to properly use an exchange. And even when even when you've been using exchanges for a long time, you can still screw up, which is why you should reach out to people who know what they're doing. And when you're dealing with lots of money, for example, if you want like $10,000, like in cryptocurrency, a specific crypto, or you want 100,000, don't even buy it yourself. Look for somebody like me. Look for an expert. Don't try to do something like that. Unless you're on my level, don't try to buy $100,000 in cryptocurrency from an exchange. I'm going to tell you that right now. Unless you are on my level, no. Unless you're a developer, you have extensive experience with cryptocurrency. Don't think that you're on top of the world. Don't think you're untouchable. Don't think that you're going to pull it off. Okay, a lot of people, they start off and they end up losing everything and then some, because they don't know what they're doing. So I'm just telling y'all right now, for those of you watching the video, if you're like saying, okay, well, you know what, I think I'm just going to go do it. Buy a course. All right. We have courses on just about everything on cryptomoney.academy. But if you're going to do like $100,000, I wouldn't tell you to just buy a course and then go and buy $100,000 in crypto. Heck no. Because you need some help. At least reach out to a developer, reach out to me and say, Angry, I want to buy $100,000 in crypto. Could you please help me so that I don't lose all of my money? Because if you don't know how to purchase correctly, if you don't understand how the system works, if you don't understand, it gets getting more and more complicated. It's not just like you just walk into a store and like walk into a bank like, oh, I'd like some crypto. No, it doesn't work like that. Like you have to, and a lot of times the exchanges that you want to buy crypto on, they require verification processes. So you may not even be able to buy crypto in your country, or there are other stipulations. It's crazy stuff. It's crazy stuff. So that's the reason why you have to go to someone with advanced knowledge. And the irony about this right now is that, it's funny when you have someone like, you have like people with doctorates and you're like, oh, well, this is an expert in cryptocurrency. Bull. There's no such thing. You don't have a doctor of cryptocurrency or doctor of blockchain. If you do that, it's made like, guys, there's like the only big like doctor of blockchain degree is like some nonsense right now being taught by like one guy, and they're charging like $100,000 a year. They're charging people crazy money to get an unaccredited degree in blockchain right now. It's insane. Like I saw this one program where they're like these guys opened up a blockchain university, and there's like one guy teaching all of the course, one guy teaching, like, this is a real university, and like a school with real students. Like they go, and there's one guy teaching this right now. One guy teaching the whole thing. All right. And it's a real university. And they're charging like 20,000, 40,000, 50,000, there's $100,000 to teach you just for this little bit of knowledge, little for that. All right. And they can't even find, they're struggling. There's only one guy right now because they can't even find enough people that have advanced knowledge to teach this stuff. All right. But that's that. That's that. Like I said, guys, my generation, like our college degrees are completely useless. Forget about doing anything with them. Forget about doing anything. They're not going to do anything for you. Raymond says, I can't use some exchanges here in the States or Washington, but I use a VPN. So here's the thing. A lot of the VPN only works so far because what they're doing right now is they basically verify, do you live in the United States? Are you a U.S. citizen? If you're a U.S. citizen, then it doesn't matter if you're using the exchange from another country. If they find out that you're a U.S. citizen and that's what they're doing through verification now, then you can't even buy crypto. So you can't even buy the specific crypto that you want unless you go through a broker, someone in another country that has access to the exchange that can purchase it for you, and then you can get it. Yeah, that's the world we're living in. Tim says, Angry, I got 5 more interviews in line once my video game Kickstarter goes live. So yeah, he also started a Kickstarter, guys. He is also doing a Kickstarter. This kid is amazing. Amazing. Not only does he have a functional game out there, but he's also developed a Kickstarter to grow even further. This kid wants to be on top of the world. He says, I'm getting my life together and I'm about to become a head chef for a clinical retreat next year. And okay, so guys, this is insane. So Tim is making money off crypto. He's making money off cryptocurrency. He's making money off brokering cryptocurrency, so helping people, like charging people if they want to buy crypto. This is just one thing. He's making money off his Android game on the Android store. He's going to be making money off his game that's going on Steam, his PlayStation 4 level game. He's starting a Kickstarter to fund development, so that he can create a really top, like Final Fantasy 7 level game, like some like next level game. All right. And he also has a job as a head chef. You want to talk about hustle? Y'all want to talk about hustle? All right. If y'all want to talk about hustle, this kid has you beat. All right. Y'all want to talk about hustle? This kid has you beat. David is asking Tim for his email address. That's right. Y'all should be out there networking. That's right. Y'all should be out there networking with each other. Like, don't just come here for the chat. Like, oh, I'm just going to relax and listen to the stream. No, talk to each other in the chat. Learn from Tim. Learn from successful people who are making it happen. Don't just sit up. Guys, listen, some of you are watching my videos right now like it's the radio. Like, oh, I'm just watching the radio. I'm not watching radio. I'm like listening to the radio. It's like talk radio. I'm going to have a good listen before I go back to my the misery in my life. My job is horrible, but hey, I can listen to Angry for like a couple of hours. So, hey, at least that's something, man. And then back to turmoil. That's no way of living, dude. All right, that's coping. That's coping. Guys, if I'm the highlight of your day, I mean, I like to be liked, but if my videos are the highlight of your day, that's sad. That's sad. If my channel is all you have, if this is the highlight of your day, listening to my videos, and there's so many of you have told me that, that's sad. That's sad. All right? I try to work hard. I want you guys to enjoy my content. But my content, my videos should not be the highlight of your day and become the highlight of your life. All right? Life is about living and enjoying it to the very fullest. This is sitting here watching a YouTube video all the time is not living just so you can cope through your lives. That's not living, guys. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. Let me see here. Guys, David says, Angry, I'm in a similar situation with buying USA crypto. I may have to get you to buy some for me. Yeah, David, my email address is, let me think. It's angrymctow. It's angrymctow@gmail.com. You can send me an email and we can, and I'm open to helping you if we're able to work something out. Okay. And it's not a problem. Just send me an email. Oh my God, guys, Tim is already trying to broker. So guys, check this out. Tim already sent David his email address so that he could Oh my gosh. This kid's oh my Tim, come on, kid, come on, bro. Talk about getting that money. So guys, I was like, here, I'm streaming to you guys right now. And David says, okay, hey Angry, I may need some help getting some American crypto because of my situation. Getting some crypto because of my situation. Tim's already sending out emails like, hey bro, I can listen, maybe we can work something out. I can maybe broker for you. Guys, when I'm here telling David like, oh, listen, dude, I can, I'll get, here's, you can send me an email. Tim already had his email address in the description of the video, in the comment section. Guys, this is hard. Like, this is not a game. Y'all think this is a game. If you're not fast, if you're not on top of it, another man, a younger man, will get it. All right. These young guys are not messing around. All right. These young guys are not messing around. Tim has 3 jobs. 3 different guys. He's pulling off some Kevin Hart stuff right now. He's doing crypto big. He's doing game development big. He's doing chefing big. He's a head chef right now. Head chef. I remember when he told me he's getting this job, and he's always said like, Angry, I'm going to cook you some great food. I'm going to make you this. He's like, when I see you, I'm going to make this great meal for you. All right. He's a head He's like 19 or he's like 20 years old now, I think. I don't remember if he's still 19 or 20. Guys, head chef, all right? Destroying crypto, dropping PlayStation 4 level game and a Kickstarter in tow so that he can expand to all the other platforms and create something insane. He already had, guys, come on. I told y'all. If y'all don't get on your hustle, if y'all don't start doing it, another man will take it. And especially, guys, this is why you have to watch out for younger men. You hear about it on TV, like younger men, because a younger man is hungry. That's what's happened in the country. All the money is held by one group of people right now. And then millennials, we're demoralized. Like, we literally have suffered through so much. Many of us are just like demoralized. Like, we don't even want to be bothered anymore. And then you've got Generation Z. They don't care, man. They're like, Generation X, let Generation Z know what's up. That, like, listen, man, if you don't get this money, somebody else will. Guys, let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna go straight with this. Generation X went straight gangster with their kids. Straight gangster. They were like, listen, if you don't take this money, if you don't get this money, somebody else will. I'm just gonna be real with you, okay? You're not getting anything for free this world. Like, they told their kids the cold, hard truth. Generation, millennials, we all got those participation trophies and pins. I got a pin, okay? Some of y'all think this is a game. There were pins to it. People talk about trophies. There were pins. There were a lot of pins going out. I got trophies and I got pins. All right, Generation X told them, listen, they were like, get this trophy, participate. Can you eat this trophy? Generation Z to their kid, Generation X to their kid, to Generation Z was like, can you eat this trophy? No. Can this trophy put food on your table? This is not an NBA trophy. This is not a Heisman trophy. All right, this is a participation trophy. Get this out of here. I don't want to see you come in here with no participation trophy. You come in here with some cold hard money. You better bring that money. You want me to tell you good job? You better bring that money. Coming in here with snowflake trophy like, look, Dad, I got a participation trophy. Get the heck out of here with this. Who do you think you are, a millennial? Shoots. I raised you better than this. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, guys. I've been so stressed in my life, and like things been going on. So a good laugh. I'll tell you guys, I needed that laugh. Like, I was having a hard day, worked out and everything, man. And like, sometimes you just need a good laugh. Oh my gosh, guys, imagine this. Getting Cheese Daddy out, bringing participation trophy to your parents. Like, look, Dad, I got this. What the heck? Listen to me. You go show that. Maybe you show that to your grandparents. Don't show that to me. Show that to your grandparents. Don't show that to me. How dare you bring that that kind of thing into participation trophy? What, you think I'm supposed to put this on a shelf? You know you lost, right? You know you didn't win. All right? Let me tell you something. Back in my days, trophies were for winners. Trophies were for winners. I don't care if you tried really hard, all right? Try again until you win. Try again until you... I'm not even going to read what Raven said. Guys, listen. If you're curious about some of the comments, I can't read, you can see them in the chat. You can actually read them yourselves in the chat. All right? You can read it because there's some crazy, there's some real comments some of these guys are leaving. I'm like, yeah, word, bro, word, truth, straight up, listen, Liz, guys, Generation X went straight gangsta, okay? A lot of the Gen Zers who are acting stupid now, doing dumb things right now, they're coming from boomer parents. Generation X, you don't guys, listen to me. You don't try that kind of nonsense in a Generation X house. What you coming in here talking about? You want free and this? What kind of nonsense is this? Have you been hanging around your grandparents' kids? Listen to me. Those are the same people that were... Listen, do you know what? You want me to... Listen, I'm going to tell you all the facts of life. You want me to tell you who your grandparents really are? I'll tell you what they were doing in the 70s and 80s and 90s, all right? Before you were born, if you really want to go there, if you want to start bringing grandma and grandpa into this, okay, yeah, I'll tell you, I'll have a seat. And then by the end of it, they're crying their eyes out because now you've destroyed their relationship with their grandparents. They can never look at their grandparents the same way again because they can't believe that these people actually did the things that they did. How do you do things like this? How do you? They're gonna question their grandparents. They're not gonna get answers. They're not gonna get answers. Literally, they're gonna, you know what my parents, they're gonna do what my parents do. They're gonna say that it's lies. They're gonna say that they're gonna say Generation X is lying. Guys, I'm telling guys, I've seen it happen to me already. My mother does the same thing. She's like, "Oh, he's lying. They're lying. That didn't happen. They're not telling the truth." Guys, listen. You got all, but the good thing is you can't lie to Gen Z. They could lie to the millennials because back then we didn't have the internet or widespread things. We didn't have we only had a couple of books. But now they have the internet, so they can go on there and they can find that information. They can see videos from back then. Heck, they can even find some of their grandparents doing things that they just what the heck were they doing back then? Y'all didn't know some of these people went and moved out to the during those eras. These people were moving out and doing some crazy things. Guys, things that you just oh my gosh, I'm just putting it out there like that, okay? So here's to you, Generation X. Here's to you, Generation X, for keeping it real. Here's to you, Generation X. Here's to, guys, we need to give Generation X a round of applause because they were a generation that were essentially basically they were told that they were called the lost generation. They were called the worst generation. I mean, they were like grade schoolers and being blamed for everything bad in the 80s. And what did they do? They just went their own way, and now they raised a group of young people that might actually save this country. All right? They raised the hero generation. I think Generation X may have raised the hero generation. That's how it actually. There's always the hero generation that steps up in times of turmoil. I'll tell y'all right now, it's not the millennials. A lot of us are turning 40 right now or very soon. Our backs hurt. We don't have money. We're trying to eat. We're trying not me because I got out of that rat race. Okay, I don't ever want to be homeless again. But some of y'all are about that life. I'm not. David, if you do want help, if you want me to help you, because I am an expert. Tim is very good, but don't forget I am the expert. You can send me an email, and I can help you get whatever. I can help you see if I can help you get that crypto. Okay. If we can reach a pricing point, because I do charge good money. If I say reach out to me first and see what I can offer you. If you're not good with my rates, then you can reach out to Tim and see what rates he'll offer you to broker that crypto for you. But I would recommend reaching out to me first and seeing what rates I can offer you to to get the crypto for you, specific exchanges and so forth, because I do have a wide network. But if you're not able to work with my prices, because I do charge I charge a lot. I charge $1,000 an hour just for consultation, just for a consultation on Skype. Okay, I charge $1,000 an hour. So I mean, to actually do, I will do it, and I can do it very well, and you will get exactly what you need. You don't have to worry, because this is my job. So I am an expert in this, and you already know that. But like I said, reach out to me first. I'll see what I can do for you in terms of pricing, and if we can reach a deal, then I will I will do what you want. If not, then you can reach out to maybe Tim if he's still available, and see what you can work out with him. Yeah, no problem, bro. David says, "Darn, gonna have." Yeah, guys. Now some of y'all are watching the video where you're like starting to kind of like panic, like, bro. I think things are kind of. I think I should have actually. I think I played around for too long, man. I think I played for. Yeah. What was your first clue, dude? What was your first clue? Like, guys, fiat currency isn't gonna save you. All right, guys. Those banks are empty. Those banks are empty. Tim says, angry. I agree with angry. Try him, David. Yeah, thanks, bro. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, guys, one way or another, as long as we keep the money, that's another thing, guys. We need to begin keeping the money between us. So, like, we need to start keeping our money between us, all right? Like, we need to keep the money between us, like in our community, between people that we know. This way, the money comes in, but we have to make sure the money doesn't go back out. We need to form. I've talked about this years ago. People didn't listen to me. We don't have to love each other, but we need to form our tight knit spaces, and we need to take our money and keep our money in our communities, or keep it between ourselves. This way, the money is always there, and we get rich that way. Okay. That's another big thing, guys. And I've been trying to bring unity for years, like telling people, like, listen, stop giving these people, keep the money amongst us. Keep it amongst ourselves. That's how we get rich. Keep the money amongst ourselves. Make some friends and form a circle. This is how rich people stay rich. All right? This is how rich people stay rich. All right? They have rich friends. They're around rich people, rich friends. Guys, think about this. Why do you think you have people that are doing crazy things with money, and it doesn't make any sense? Like, I'm like they it's like they're burning money on useless things. Like, they just put out a movie that cost all this money, and then it flops, but it's okay because they could just do it again. Where do you think all this money comes from? Rich friends, because they're in a circle of people who have ridiculous amounts of money. Okay, so these people, like for example, these people, they basically just gravitate. They know where to look because they're in that circle, and they keep all the money amongst themselves. That's what we've got to do. We got to, guys. I've been telling you about this for years. We got to form our tight knit groups, and we got to keep the money amongst ourselves. All right, trust me. Our cups. Listen, if we have all the money amongst ourselves, then at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what anyone else says, okay? We need loans. We need money. We turn to our community. We don't turn to the banks. We don't turn to society. We look within our spaces ourselves. Guys, I make $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year from a tight-knit community, just from people that I know, all right, that I form a relationship with. Y'all have to form a tight. You have to make some friends. Get into communities with people that have money, or form your own community with people that with like-minded people, and then keep all the money amongst yourselves. All right. So, for example, what do you like Tim? Tim is brilliant. Tim can cook. Tim is great. So let's say Tim has a restaurant. All right. Y'all think I'm gonna go to I'm hungry. Y'all think I'm gonna go to McDonald's to spend my money at McDonald's and give it to the corporate overlords? No, I'm gonna go to Tim's restaurant. I'm gonna spend my money at Tim's restaurant, because guess what? Tim's spending his money with me, or he's spending it with somebody else related in my community. So that money is staying in my community. Plus, at the same time, Tim's gonna give me a great plate of food because he actually cares. All right. While I'm there buying this GMO-filled, terrible stuff at McDonald's that's going to give me cancer. Keep the money in your community. Keep it amongst yourselves. Build a community, build a circle of people, and keep it amongst yourselves. All right, that's how you make it. Let me see here. Oh, shoot. Tim says, angry. I'm putting this on the screen. Oh, I can't put it on the screen. He says, angry. I got my driver's license. I'm about to get a car loan and also get a car to build my. Okay. You know what's best? You know what's so funny? Tim is going to get a car. And the irony is I could literally see this kid taking the car and turning it and using it to like drive Uber X or Uber or like our Uber Premium. And guys, like, listen to me. Tim is when it comes to this money thing, this money game, Tim is becoming a little monster. All right, because he's about to buy a car, and I know that he's gonna turn around and he'll probably like start another hustle, like driving Uber Premium. All right, pulling in even more money from that. All right, guys. Like I said, if you don't want it, somebody else will get it. Somebody else will get it. And guys, we're getting like, listen to me. When you start hitting 40, guys, I have back pain and I have all kinds of problems right now. I'm starting to get all kinds of problems as I'm getting closer to 40. All kinds of problems. Okay, problems with my back. I'm having problems with my bladder. These are things that happen around that age. I'm telling you. And I go to the doctor. I'm like, what the heck is this happening? Why am I constantly going to the bathroom? Oh, that's normal for somebody your age. Guys, we're getting old. We are becoming old men and women. We're becoming old men and women. Now, for those of you that think that it's okay and that you're about that life, then be about that life. All right. But for those of you that don't want to be about that miserable life, like where you can't buy food and you're struggling, then it's time to pick it up and kick it up a notch. Anyway, guys, don't forget, like I said, I've got all the course description in the video, cryptomoney.academy. And I mean, like I'll actually just like show you the courses, like because there's more courses. Like we have how to choose and invest in altcoins that are going to increase by 100,000 times. That's an $800 course. Get it for $400. We have the Millionaire course. That one's you can get it for $1,000 right now, but the usual price on that course is $10,000. Ask yourselves you're gonna say $10,000 angry. Well, ask yourself something very carefully. Why would you expect to pay next to nothing for something like think about it, guys. If it was easy to get, everybody would have it. All right. Like some of y'all oh, I'll go and learn off like a video or like I could find something cheaper for like $5. Guys, you pay $5. You get something that says, oh, for $5 you can learn how to become a crypto millionaire. Then you go and you take the course and you're like, what the hell is this? This is like two pieces of paper like stapled together. There's like one line. There's nothing here. Like this is what the heck is this? Oh well, you only paid $5. You get what you pay for, right, man? You get what you pay. Guys, in life, you get what you pay for. And nothing is free in this world. All right? Make massive how to time the crypto market and make massive profit. These are just examples of these courses. Like I said, this course, how to get tons of valuable cryptocurrency for free without mining or paying for it. This course is $600 right now, but it goes for $3,000 usually. So you're saving a huge amount of money. All right. Also, guys, don't forget, for those of you that don't know anything about cryptocurrency, you can pick up the Introduction to Cryptocurrency course, right? This course is $900. You can get it just for $300 right now while it's on sale. If you want to do day trading, if you want to day trade cryptocurrency, you can take the Introduction to Day Trading Cryptocurrency course. That course is just $1,700, so $1,749 right now. But and it usually goes for $3,000, but you can get it for $1,700 right now. Okay. And that is that's a very, very good deal. I don't care what anyone says. Okay. If you've bought courses from me in the past and you're like, angry, I really want the course, but I can't afford $1,700, reach out to me, send me an email, or use the or hit me up via the contact support form. I don't know if you guys have access to. So we have like premium support. I offer premium support for like people who purchase courses. Just hit me up, send me an email, use contact support, whatever, and just let me know, say that you've bought a bunch of courses already. I'll check your account and I'll see what discount I can give you on the introduction course, because I know $1,700 for some of you is like a lot, But so I'll see if I can give you get you a little discount down to maybe $1,500 instead of 1,700. But I mean, it's still I mean that's an incredible, that's 1,700. Like I said, is actually a good deal on a $3,000 course. But yeah, say if you've bought courses from me before, I can give you like a $200 discount. Give you like a $250 discount, bring it down to 1,500 for you. Just hit me up and I'll check your account. I'll see if you purchased at least a couple of courses from me. I'll work with you. I'll work with you. Let me see what else we have here. Don't forget, we also have we have a ton of these other courses. We have this one course, Mastering Crap Coins and how to find crap coins that are going to make you massive profit. That course is 1,000. You get it for 300 right now before it goes back up. Let me see here. We have the ICO. We actually have the ICO course. This course is 1,500. Well, 1,600, but you can get it for 200 right now, and that's going to be going up to 299 shortly. The thing about the ICO course is very, very interesting because right now, while ICOs or IEOs, initial exchange offerings, are a little down right now, the thing is that in the cryptocurrency boom, that it's going to be a bigger boom than you can ever imagine. You're going to be able to make massive money off these, but you have to know how to do it. If you don't, then you're going to end up losing money. To be very honest with you, there's actually a big trick to ICOs, to making massive profit off them, and there's nothing. It has nothing to do with buying coins, all right, or even participating in the ICO itself. You heard me right. You can make massive money, massive profit from initial coin offerings, like when they're selling coins, without ever buying a single coin itself. Yes, without ever spending any money investing in cryptocurrency, you can, without ever spending any money, without participating in an IEO, with an ICO, you can actually make tons of money. There's actually a trick to it, and I teach you it in the course where you'll end up getting tons of cryptocurrency completely for free, and or for next to nothing, and then you'll actually make all your money. It's almost a guaranteed way. It's basically a guaranteed way to make tons of money off ICOs. Okay, tons of money. If you follow the steps right, you can make thousands, tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions from an ICO if you use this method. But that, like I said, this course you can get it for $199 right now. It's going to be going up to $299, not the full $1,599 in very shortly. So, but if you get it if you're able to get it while I'm streaming, or before it goes up in like a day, then yeah, you'll be good. You also have how blockchain actually works. That's a $400 course you can get for $179 right now. But yeah, like I said, that course, this is a course that's like basically like it really breaks it down for you. And then for those of you that don't know what to do, I have 2 new courses coming, but they're not done yet. I have Crypto for Stupid People. All right, I'm thinking actually about charging, guys. I honestly think I might like the price we have on that one right now. It's not finished yet. It's $179, but I'm actually thinking about charging. I'm actually thinking about like this. It's $179. Like, even the problem is that $179. Like that's supposed to be the early bird special price. Like, that's what I was gonna offer to you as the early bird special. Like for people who like the very first, like the very first people to buy the course will get it for $179. But to be honest with you, it's this course is taking so much work to build and so much work to put into, because I'm building it. I'm literally stripping it down to like the very basic, like bunny. I'm like using like bunny rabbits. Like this is like, if you, this is the course. Like if you feel stupid, like if you're like, I'll never understand crypto, this is the course for you. But you know what? Like for the amount of work that this course is taking, like this course is taking maybe around 30 hours to build, and or more. So it would not be unreasonable to charge even to charge a lot more for it. But I'm gonna think about how much, because like it's $17.99. What I'll do is this, maybe. What I might do for you, you said you see $249 as the $249.99 as the that's just a placeholder. The actual amount that we're charging is going to be at least $1,000 total. But the early bird special price, I might just leave it at $179 for like a few hours. So when I launch the course, I might just like give you guys like 5 hours, like put like a 5 hour window for those of you that really want, like for you cheap, for like the people who like the cheapskates and the people who really want to get a good deal. I might just like leave it, like put it up, announce it. Guys, don't forget that like you can I always send out the email, so you should check your emails. But yeah, I mean, like you can get I'll probably do it for me like 3 to 5 hours, and anyone who purchases it within that 3 to 5 hour period can get it for 179. And then after that it'll go back up to the normal price of 249.99. That's, and which is going to be the lower, still a low price, and then it'll work its way up to like $1,000. But that's where it's at right now. But when that, and then we also have the best crypto friendly countries for expats to flee to. This course is real. It's gonna. This course. These are just placeholder prices. This course, I'm putting in so much work. It's taking me a lot of work. I'm talking to other guys who about what they want to see in the course, and I'm adding that to it. And I'm going to be regularly working to update the course. This course is going to be about $500 when it's released, and that's going to be at the special price. But it'll probably be going back. It'll eventually go up to maybe around $1,500. But because guys, I'm putting in so much work into this course, like literally, this is like, how to like literally where to go so that you can live. So I mean, like, again, it's up to you. It's really up to you. But I'm putting in the work. I know, like Mickey, I know is like wanted this course for a long time. A lot of you wanted that course for a long time. So it's going to be there, and you can find all the other courses. Tons of other courses here. We have a ton of other courses. Anyway, guys, let me read some of the comments. Could work with him on some crypto. Oh, Tim says, angry, the psychologist I'm helping is thinking about making his crypto account management for his patients and thinking about implementing it for, oh my gosh. Guys, let me put this on the screen. Guys, this is scary as heck. So Tim is actually working with a psychologist. He's actually helping to broker with a psychologist right now because he does crypto brokering. He says, angry, the psychologist I'm helping is thinking about making me his crypto account manager for his patients and thinking about implementing it for payments. Plus, I get a cut and payment for it soon. He gets a cut. Guys, he gets a cut. This guys, no college. He bought he bought my courses, learned how he called me. Tip calls me sensei. Bought my courses, learned how it works, took it, and is now brokering with guys. This is how you make your money. Gen Z is not messing around, guys. Well, you can approach a psychologist and our doctor, and these people are like, listen, man, you can make more money accepting crypto. You've been hearing about Bitcoin? Yeah, I can help you with that, man. I'm gonna charge you like, and then like the psychologist is like, well, I don't make a lot of money. He's like, here, no, we can work it out. Like, I just get a percentage of everything you make in crypto. Everything you make in crypto, I just get a cut of that. All right, yeah, we can work that out. Yeah, man, yeah, I got you, bro. Guys, this kid is a hustler. Like, guys, Generation Z is not messing around. They are really going in hard. Like, I'm just gonna say it right now. Like, Gen Z is going hard. Like, good job, Gen Z. Gen Z is going hard. What the heck is going on with Tim? I don't know where this kid is going wild. Like, this kid is going wild in every angle. Like, guys, some of y'all crying about one job. This kid's got like five. This kid's got like five, and they're not even like jobs. They're all him. Like the only job that he has and he's committed to is his job as a head chef. Outside of that, he's got his video game business. He's got not only does he have his crypto business, but he's doing multiple different things like in crypto, like brokering, investing. You've got to be kidding me. He's got, his gaming business. It's on Steam. It's on Android. I'm assuming it's going to be headed to like the consoles very soon, putting out like $1 million video games. Guys, this kid has been just going. He doesn't care. He just doesn't care what anyone says. Like, you could tell him that the sky is blue, but if he says it's green, it's green. I am so proud of you, Tim. I am so proud of you, and I want you to keep hustling and getting that money. Keep getting that money. Like, I want you to be like, I want to see you as like a Kevin Hart, because I see that you have that hunger in you. For those of you that don't know who Kevin Hart is a comedian. All right. And he's worth like over 100 million, 200 million. He's like the He's worth a ton of money, and I think he's like broken some records. And he's not just a comedian. Kevin Hart is invested in. He has real estate. Kevin Hart. He's in everything. He's in everything. He was on Joe Rogan talking about like Joe Rogan's like, what the heck is going on with you, man? Like Kevin is hungry, and you see like you look in Kevin Hart's eyes, and you see hunger and almost desperate. I don't want to say desperation, but almost desperation. This man is worth $200 million, maybe more. And you look in this man's eyes, and you see desperation. He's starving for money. He will go out there and pick that money up. You think Kevin Hart is going to walk down the street, see money on the ground, and not pick it up? I could see this man picking up a penny. I could see this man picking up a penny. I really could see him picking up a penny. $200 million. I could see this man picking up a darn penny. All right? So I'm just going to say to y'all, until y'all